My skin is the best it has been pretty much, I'm gonna be honest, all of my life. Now, the lighting right now is not doing it justice, but I'll show you later. I have spent probably the past year, maybe 6 months, around about that time, creating the perfect Korean glass skin for myself, and I think I've finally cracked it. So of course, I'm going to show you my routine so you can copy it, but please note that everyone's skin is different, so what works for me might not work for you. And what I did was a whole bunch of research, looking at products, looking at the different benefits that it has for each skin type, doing trial and error to see what works for me. So you'll see I have my skincare product graveyard of things that just don't work exactly for me, and I have out everything that I think is, well, perfect. I'm going to quickly put on my headband to keep my hair out the way, and then we can get started. Now, I do different steps, so I'm doing my morning routine, but I will show you what I do differently throughout the week so you can get the best idea of my full-on skincare routine. I'm going to be starting off with using the Madagascar Centella Ampoule Foam by Skin 1004. This is what I start off with. However, if I'm wearing makeup, then I will start off with their light cleansing oil. So this will go on first if I've got makeup, sun cream on, etc. And then this will go on second. But because it's the morning and I don't have anything on my skin right now, we're just gonna go in with this. Now what I do is I put a tiny bit in my hand, gently just put a bit of water on my face and my hand, and then foam it together, like so. And then literally just cover and lather my face and just give myself a little bit of a massage as I just massage the product into my skin. So for a bit of context, I have been massively into Korean skincare since 2014. I became a huge fan of K-pop when I was a teenager, and I just kind of went on to the rabbit hole about kbeauty and all that, and that's when I found the Korean skincare. And what stood out to me was the different products that they use. So for example, they use rice, they use snail mucin, ginseng, all sorts, and it's not ingredients that I massively knew or were too familiar with in skincare products. So I ended up diving into a rabbit hole, and that's when I found out they had like 12-step skincare routines, which I decided as a teenage version of myself that that is exactly what I wanted. So I just bought whatever I could get my hands on, being in the UK and it wasn't readily available in this country. So I would then import like Korean products. Probably wasn't the best idea of someone who was a teenager with developing skin doing 12 products in a routine, but it is what it is. But I will be honest, my skin was incredible then as well. So the next product, we're going to be using the Laneige Cream Skin, and I love this. It's like a milky toner, and it has been incredible because it's been hydrating my skin and it just feels absolutely beautiful to put on. I am running low, so I will be getting more of this soon. I do an initial wipe on the face just to make sure it's covered, and then I just pat it in. I'll be honest, I haven't counted how many products that I use in my skincare routine. I guess this is technically the third because it is what I use a few times a week, but not today. Instead of that, I will use the medicube Zero Pore Pad. This has AHA, BHA, panthenol, and allotonin, or allotoin. I'm probably butchering the word, so don't take me as a professional for this. But this just helps clear my skin. I use it as a bit of an exfoliation. So I use it 2 to 3 times a week, probably in the morning, depending. And I interchange it with another product, which I'll show you later on. But yeah, this has been incredible, and it's just given me such a lovely, smooth texture. So yes, this has been an absolute godsend, if I'm honest. It's been really good. Next, we're going on to serum. So I did use the Beauty of Joseon ginseng, and I think it's snail mucin serum, but I have run out of that, and I've got this left over, and actually this has been good as well, but I think I will be purchasing the Beauty of Joseon. But this has been good, so there's no need for me to skip it or anything. I want to use up what I've got already, but I will just put a dollop on my hand, mix it up because it's got little beads in, so I sort of want to crush them so the whole skin can get the benefits of it, and just put it into my skin. Then I'm going to take my gua sha, and basically this will help drain lymphatic fluid from my face. So I just do that, and it just helps preventing any bloating or stopping you from looking puffy. And it's just a nice little massage. The way you do it is you start up and then you slowly work your way down. Now, I'm not a professional, so don't take this as a step-by-step tutorial or anything. This is just what I do. But I do find it just really helps with making my face look a bit more slender, I suppose. Right, there we go. Next I'm going to be doing moisturizer. Now I love this. This is the medicube PDRN Pink Hyaluronic Moisturizing Cream, and it's just really good. So I do a little dollop onto my thumb or my hand. Just do little placements all over the face and do a gentle little massage. I do tend to avoid the eye area a little bit just because I'll be putting on eye cream. I massage it in and put it on my neck as well. Now, what I have loved about this skincare routine so far is, you know when you first put on skincare and you look at your face and you think, wow, I have a really nice glow. And you admire yourself and you think, wow, it's really working. But then obviously, you know, you've got the products, they've got a fresh layer in your, you've got a fresh layer on your face, which is fine. But I find that as the day goes on, you sort of lose that bit of glow. It's just one of those things that, you know, as the day goes on, you kind of forget that you have that glow and you don't notice it. But I found with this skincare routine, this glow that you're seeing, it lasts me the whole day, and that's how I know it's working. So it's worked a charm for me. Now I'm going to go into eye care products. I use two. So basically the ingredients of this has got ginseng and retinol, which when I was doing some research, it doesn't go too well with the medicube pore pads because they're quite harsh ingredients. So on days when I'm not using that, I'm using this one, and I only use this a couple times a week because I know retinol can be really harsh for the skin. Now slowly I am going to be building it up more, but I'm a bit scared, so I've been really taking it easy with this. But I just apply it under my eyes, as this is just helping with wrinkles, but also gives a tiny bit of moisture. So I just place it very gently, wipe it all over my eyes, just apply the product. And then to help it absorb, I just pat it in. Unless I'm in a rush, then I'll just go crazy. But most of the time, I'm quite delicate with it because the skin under your eyes is a very delicate area. Now, on days when I'm not using that product, I am then using this one, which is an eye sleeping mask from Laneige. It's the Bouncy and Firm one. And it's funny, I like how this feels, but I'm not too sure if it does anything. It probably does, but when you wear it every single day, because you see your face every single day, you can't initially see what changes are being made. So a lot of the time with eye cream, you think nothing's happening, when actually it probably is. You just see your face all the time, you don't realise it. It's the same with all skincare. Then to finish off, I use the Sun Relief Rice and Probiotic Sun Cream, which is very important if you take anything away from this. If you want to prevent aging, actually no, I don't want to say that, you're not preventing aging. If you want to reduce wrinkles for the future and just delay it slightly, then use your sun cream, as the skin needs that barrier from the sun, which gently massage it in. And there we go, that's how my skincare goes. But a few extra products that I use. I then apply a little bit of lip balm. This is just the Temple Spa All Talk Moisturising Lip Balm. It's just a cute one that I got, but I'm going to be finishing off and then getting another. I'm trying to be more intentional with the products that I use because I don't want to have waste and just get things for the sake of it because it's trendy. So I try to do research behind things and also use up anything that I don't have. So once I've done with these skincare products, I am actually going to go to the ones that are okay, there's nothing wrong with them, but they're just not like the perfect products. And I'm going to give those, just finish those up and just slowly rebuy the bits that I've got here because it's working really well for me. And then at night time, I then like to use some face masks. There are two face masks that I use. Firstly, I use the medicube Collagen Wrapping Mask. Now this is the pink one, but because this has been out in the bathroom, the sun has basically bleached all the red. So this is just the one that I use. It is meant to be this colour. And then if I want to have a nice face mask, then I use the Biodance Bio Collagen Real Deep Mask, and this has been incredible to use. I absolutely love this one, and I just find my face feeling so moisturised after using it, so it's been an absolute pleasure to use. But this is my skincare routine and how my skin looks, so in a second I will show you the overall of how my skin looks like in some better lighting. And yeah, that is my skincare routine. I'm going to be honest, the lighting is not the best in order for me to show you how it is looking, but I think you roughly get the idea. But I just find that my skin feels nice and hydrated, it feels quite smooth to the touch, and it just has a nice little natural shine, sort of like the glass skin, but nothing too crazy, which is exactly what I want. The weather's not playing suit, so I'm not able to give you a nice direct shine or like showcase the shine, but trust me, it's there. That is my skincare routine. Now, please note that this is just a routine that works for me. For reference, I have mostly normal skin. I have a bit of a T-zone in terms of oiliness, and that is only when it gets oily. It doesn't necessarily do that all the time. But then I don't think I have that just because of my skincare routine. I haven't noticed it in such a long time. If I haven't done it in ages, and I might notice what I naturally have. The only thing I do find is I get slight redness around my nose, and I have slightly darker eyes just where the skin is thinner. When it comes to makeup, I find that I'm only wearing maybe concealer to cover those parts, but overall I don't really wear foundation anymore because I'm really lucky where it's mostly clear. I only get some spots when I'm due my period, so it's just hormonal. And I'm not too worried about that because, you know, there's not everything you can tackle, and I don't feel the need to tackle that. So I'm quite happy overall with everything and where it's going. I feel like I've kind of got it figured out. I have only got my perfect skincare routine just because I have spent ages researching what's good for my skin type, what has worked well for other people, but then also researching each individual product and how the ingredients react with each other. Because one thing that a lot of people forget about is that different ingredients react differently with each other. So like I mentioned with the Medicube toner and the retinol eye cream, I knew that if I kept using these together it could cause some issues. So I was researching what works well with each other, what doesn't, and just figuring out the perfect routine. And trust me, it has required a lot of trial and error. Give it about 6 months ago when I had different products, I had the most insane red bumps all over my skin, and that was just where some products weren't reacting well and it was just too harsh for my skin. So it is a lot of trial and error, so I just wanted to showcase what works for me. Perhaps if you have a similar skin type it could work for you, but if not, don't be disheartened. You just need to find the right thing for you. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. This is something that's a little bit different, but if you like more informational videos or something that's a bit more lifestyle-y, anything helpful, or just beauty in general, let me know and I'll see what I can do. But overall, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content on lifestyle, countryside living, fashion, and all bits and pieces. And I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye guys!